ओके, am I audible? माझा आवाज येतोय?
हो
व्हॉइस?
सर.
ओके. आणि स्क्रीनवर कॅमेरा पण चालू आहे. मी दिसतोय ना त्यामध्ये? प्रेझेंटेशनच्या शेजारी कॅमेऱ्यामध्ये मी दिसतोय नव्हे? हॅलो? ओके. So we can start with the next lecture's content. Yesterday we gone through some basic part related to side distance. Okay. So what is happening is important parameter with respect to design of highways will be speed. And this is the first slide we have covered in previous lecture. Okay. So with respect to type of highways and along with the type of terrain, the maximum speed, which is also called as a rolling speed. Okay. Maximum speed is given. So let us take the case of major district road MDR for a rolling terrain like a Konkan region, where maximum speed is assumed to be 65 kmph, and the safer speed or design speed or minimum speed is taken as 50 km per hour. Likewise, these are the values which have been set by the IRC guidelines. Okay. And when you are traveling on the road, mostly you will be seeing such kind of boards that maximum speed limit is 80 km per hour, likewise on highways. Okay. So these are the guidelines we have to keep in mind. If some design speed is not given, we have to choose between from this table. So this PPT is being presented. It is already with you. You might have came across the site address of ELRC web page, where all faculty and subjects have been putting their notes, PPTs, along with links of video lecture. Are you aware of ELRC page? Yes? Tell me. Have you got the
Yes, sir.
link? Amol Saranke sir has given some list and that has been sent to student. My few slides have been available on the site and in the process of updating it. Same thing is happening with all the faculties. They are updating their content. Okay. So we have got a target around 15th, 16th August. Everybody's page should be ready with the links of video lecture as well as presentations. So it will be easy for you to sit at home and prepare for the content. Now, yesterday we have seen sight distance. So sight distance, it is nothing but length of road which is visible ahead to the driver at any distance. Now, depending on these varieties of distances, they are classified as a stopping side distance or safe side distance (SSD), then intermediate side distance, side distance at a intersection, that is the right diagram corner we can see. So we'll go through them one by one. Stopping side distance, it is the minimum sight distance available on highway at any spot that should be of length such that you are able to stop the vehicle from that design speed without having collision with any other obstruction. Now, when we have covered the stopping side distance yesterday, we have seen that what is the limit, of or conditions of safe stopping side distance. That means eye level of driver should be 1.2 meter, object should be 15 centimeter, and that should be mutually visible to the driver and he is able to apply the brake. So we have derived some equation on the yesterday's lecture. Now another is the overtaking side distance. When you are traveling on the road and you are following some vehicle and in opposite direction there may be or may not be traffic. Okay, so if it is a mixed lane highway, then opposite side traffic is going to intersect with your vehicle if you change the lane, if there is no barrier in between. If there is a barrier, why? Okay. My net has disconnected. Are you able to see the lecture now? Still is it going on? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I want you to put your attendance right now. Otherwise it will be late. Do the attendance now so that we can continue with the lecture. Okay, there are 37 students only. I want you to put your attendance. Okay. So another variety of side distance is overtaking side distance. When you are following some vehicle, there is a car next to your car, and in opposite direction there might be car or may not be car. If it is a mixed traffic, there will be opposite car. If it is a bifurcated traffic, there will not be question of opposite car because those vehicles will be traveling in opposite side of the road and there is a divider in between. So there will not be chance of collision face to face. So in that case, overtaking side distance is nothing but distance required by your car which is on second number behind the first car, so that it will change the lane, do the overtaking and come back to its own lane. So that way it will be overtaking sight distance. Okay. Another will be sight distance at intersection. So whenever there is a intersection which is unsignaled, check the diagram on the right side. Here a vehicle at the bottom is going to reach to intersection and at the same time there are cars traveling on horizontal road. So due to the buildings on the corner, the bottom car, when it is able to see the cars on both the sides of the road, that distance will be side distance at intersection. Okay, that can be estimated. This side distance such that if there is a chance of accident, this car, when it is going to apply the brakes, it will come to rest within that safer sight distance limit. It should be coming to rest without having collision with the next car. Okay. So this is what we have covered on the last day. Stopping sight distance depends on terrain, that is a nature is a uphill or downhill, height of driver and height of objects. Out of these, 1.2 meter height of eye level of driver and 15 centimeter is height of object which is fixed. This question I will be asking you in the oral. SSD depends on height of object 15 centimeter, which is the lowest limit given. If it is more than 15 centimeter, that object will be easily visible to the person. Okay. And eye level of driver is fixed as 1.2 meter. If that eye level is more than 1.2 meter, suppose vehicle is SUV, then eye level will be slightly above this 1.2 meter. If it is a truck, eye level will be sufficiently at a height of say 2 meter. So there will not be a difficulty. We are talking about bare minimum requirement. So these are the two minimum dimensions which are fixed. Now, this stopping sight distance is summation of two parameters. First is a lag distance as well as braking distance. So lag distance means we can just remember the PIEV theory. When driver sees some object and he is going to apply the brake, that total time consumed by driver during all that PIEV, okay, that will be around 2.5 seconds. So average value given by IRC guidelines is 2 to 2.5 seconds. And the vehicle is going to move with a velocity of V. Small v, this is the design velocity which we are going to assume. If highway is a state highway, I will assume that all the vehicles are traveling at 80 km per hour. Actually, vehicles might be moving with lesser speed, but we are going to find out the values for extreme condition. So, V will be taken as 80 km or 100 as per our previous table, and reaction time is 2 seconds, suppose 2 seconds. So your perception time or lag distance will be velocity into reaction time t. So that will be 100 into 2, 100 kmph, 100 kilometer per hour. So you can convert it to seconds, that speed, meters per second. That will be around 16 meters per second or 20 meters per second. I don't remember exact, but you can find out, and multiplied by 2 seconds, that will be around 40 to 50 meter. That might be the value of braking distance required. So SSD, there is a raining outside, so there will be some difficulty in voice. Then SSD is the sum of lag distance plus braking distance. Braking distance, we have seen V square by 2GF. So velocity square divided by 2 into gravitational constant into F is a coefficient of friction. Now, we have covered on the last day, coefficient of friction is assumed to be in the range of 0.35 to 0.4. So this is the table we have to remember. As per IRC guideline, if velocity is more than 80 km per hour, coefficient of friction is assumed as a 0.35. If velocity is a 30 km per hour, 30 kmph, then that coefficient of friction is assumed to be 0.4. So that much variation is given. So in example, if coefficient of friction is not provided, you are going to assume the value in between this table based on the value of a velocity. Okay. So another parameter will be This side distance is going to depend on gradient. Suppose vehicle is going to move in uphill direction, then where it is, okay, here is it. When vehicle is moving in an uphill direction, there is a hill next to the vehicle, so SSD required will be automatically reduced. In that case, this formula V square by 2G F will be F plus or minus 0.0 N. N is the slope gradient given. Okay, that we are going to put here in the formula, and we are going to reduce or increase this coefficient of friction value based on the gradient. So if it is a uphill, then this SSD is going to reduce, is it? So that means VT, it is not going to change because there is no parameter of gradient. Gradient parameter is on the right side of the equation, that is V square by 2GF into N. So within this bracket, whole equation, if SSD has to decrease, I'm telling you in Marathi again, स्टॉपिंग साइड डिस्टन्स हे कमी होणार आहे उंचावर जात असताना, कारण स्लोप ऑटोमॅटिकली त्याला रेजिस्ट करेल. सो इन दिस इक्वेशन this n will be taken as a positive, so that bottom of equation will be higher and total ratio will be smaller and SSD will be total smaller. Therefore, for uphill, this value is taken as a positive. Understand? So this is the relation given. Okay. Then whenever there is a two-way traffic having single lane road, if the traffics are not having lane demarcation, only single lane, then this stopping side distance is assumed to be double of the previously calculated stopping side distance. In alternative case, if one-way traffic is there, if there is a divider in between the two lanes of the road, there is no intermixing of the vehicles, in that case this minimum SSD is equal to calculated value of stopping side distance. It will be taken as it is. Important thing, whenever traffic is going to mix, SSD will be doubled. This is we should remember. Okay. Now we have covered the first equation on the yesterday, stopping side distance. I want you to write down, if you are not written on the previous lecture, SSD is equal to VT plus V square by 2GF. Okay. Another will be, this is the additional equation whenever there is a slope. SSD is equal to VT plus V square by 2G bracket madhe F plus or minus 0.01 into N. N is the gradient value, slope value, which is 1 to N. Okay. I believe you have written it. Even we are going to solve it in example, so you can just remember the value. F will be changed based on value of a gradient. Okay, so that will be value of slope. Now, intermediate side distance. Intermediate side distance, just now we have seen, whenever there is a single lane and there is a chance that vehicles are going to intermix with each other, then this side distance will be doubled. Why it is doubled? Because both the drivers are going to see each other at the same moment. They will assume, they will find that they have to apply the brake, and their SSD will be measured from that point. So this SSD from both the vehicles measured should be such that it is not going to overlap with each other. So that means when these both vehicles will coming to rest at center, they are not going to touch each other. So this SSD for both the vehicles, which is called as intermediate side distance, is 2 into SSD. Sorry. Then third parameter is overtaking site distance. जर सगळे जागे असतील, ओके, आय एम गोइंग टू चेक आउट किती जण आहेत. ओके, 39 स्टुडंट. नाउ we are going to cover the derivation. This derivation is rarely asked in examination, so we'll just go through the details and try to understand the theory. What is happening? Check out in the diagram. I'm going to mark. Sorry. So it is taking some time. Now check out the vehicles on left side, which I have made round. Okay, you are sitting in a green car which is behind of the red car. Okay, then you want to do the overtaking. So both these vehicles, red and green, are traveling on left lane of the highway, like an Indian scenario. Okay, and you see that on opposite side of the road, just now on the right side, violet color vehicle is there. That is approaching in opposite direction, and that violet color vehicle is at very far distance. Okay, so you sitting in a green car take a decision that you can safely overtake the car where letter S is written, where D1 date distance is getting completed. You can safely overtake the car. That total distance will be D2, starting from overtaking to closing of the overtaking. And you are going to change your lane. You will be traveling to the right side, and you are going to travel with higher speed and overtake the red car. In between, that red car will be at this instant when you are going to overtake. It will be somewhere here, and it will be reaching at the end when you have done the overtaking. Okay, now let us take first category, distance D1. Distance D1. Concentrate on this. Okay, so let me check out. Now what is happening? These cars, both the cars are not going to travel on highway with the design speed. If both the cars are traveling with the design speed, you cannot overtake because they will be moving parallel to each other. So we have to assume that this red car is traveling with some velocity VB. Okay, velocity B, V suffix B. This velocity V suffix B, which is lesser than V. Some formula, arbitrary formula is given. This V suffix B is calculated as a design value velocity minus 16. V minus 16 kilometer per hour. That will give us VB. So in that 16 kilometer per hour in meters per second, I believe it is 4.5 or 4.7 something. We will calculate it while solving the example. So we have to find out VB if design value is given. Design value of highway is say 60 kmph. We have to find out VB, which is a lesser velocity which can be overtaken. Now what is happening? If this red car person is traveling with less speed than V, which is assumed as VB, that means you sitting in a green car at this position 1, you are sitting on this green car. You are also traveling with the velocity VB, because you cannot increase your speed, otherwise you will make a collision with the red car. So you are also following the speed of the next car. So this green car is having the same speed VB. Okay, now at some instant, you sitting in a green car see that opposite vehicle on far right side is at very large distance, and there is a chance of overtaking. You take the decision to overtake. Okay, so that distance covered during that time, it will be VB into T. Just check first. D1 is nothing but VB into T, because your velocity is limited by the next car, and you will identify that there is a chance of overtaking, and you will come close to this red car. This green car will come close to the red car. In the meantime, when you have taken the decision to overtake, the distance covered is D1, and time for that will be reaction time, that is VB into T. So we have got a formula for D1. D1 is equal to distance covered by the overtaking car when he finds that there is a chance of overtaking. Okay, D1 is equal to VB into T. Okay, then we'll check another thing. When actually you are going to overtake, there is some sufficient distance measured between the two cars, green and red. Okay, so that you are either going to do the overtaking here, either you are going to do the overtaking and you are going to change the lane, or when you are going to complete the overtaking and you are going back to your original lane. So that distance covered, that will be S. You can see here S small letter between both the cars. That S is equal to 0.7 VB plus 6 meter. There is some arbitrary formula which is calculated based on physical observation. And then you are going to increase your velocity, okay, and you are going to do the overtaking. That increase in velocity will be acceleration of the green car. That acceleration of green car is given as a. Okay, so these are some formulas that you have to remember. S is the distance, S is the distance between overtaking and overtaken car during lane change. T is the total time. T is the total time required for whole process of overtaking. This formula, capital T is equal to under root of 4s by A. Again, you have to remember. Simply you have to remember the formula. Then distance during the overtaking will be D2. D2, that formula, that distance will be velocity of B, that is small car, VB into T. Okay, this red car will be continuously moving with the smaller speed, low speed VB, for the total time of capital T, during which overtaking is going to happen. So VB into capital T plus 2 into S. This is visible from the diagram. Okay, just check kara bara. Okay, why it is not, I'm not able to mark and simultaneously see. You can see here, whenever, sorry, we are going to concentrate here, and total distance. Okay, so first circle, the distance between two cars, yes. Then second circle, distance between two cars, that is yes. This total distance is 2s. And in between, the distance between a red car at the second position next to letter S and last letter S, distance between these two cars is the distance into time, that is the velocity into time, Vb into capital T. So this total distance will be T2. If you have not understood the derivation, okay, simply you have to remember this last equation, which is d2 equal to Vb into capital T plus 2s. This is what we are going to remember. Okay. Then d3 will be distance covered by the opposite car, that will be velocity into time t, because opposite car will be traveling with the design speed. It is not going to move with the less speed, and time required is, we have already seen, that will be t, capital T. Okay. Now another is a side distance at intersection. We have covered this part in previous slide. We are going to solve some examples related to this part in coming lecture. Right now, due to some technical difficulty, I don't have the way. Just a moment, I will be stopping the presentation. And I want to talk with you face to face. Are you able to see Blackboard?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'll be solving the examples on the Blackboard as just now, as you requested in a previous session, and probably I will be discussing the problem as well as solving the problem, and it will be like a conventional lecture, and I believe you will be able to quickly grasp. We can conduct this numerical
सर
part.
आवाज येत नाही तुमचा.
हाँ बोला. मला
हॅलो
आवाज
सर.
हाँ बोला.
सर आवाजच येत नाही मला तुमचा.
आवाज येत नाही आता. एक मिनिट. माईक चालू आहे माझा आता. आता ऐकू येतोय आवाज तुम्हाला?
हो सर
येतोय सर.
अच्छा. मला तुमचा आवाज येत नाहीये. लेट मी यूज द हेडफोन. ओके. मला एक सांगा. ओके, आय विल बी स्टॉपिंग द रेकॉर्डिंग, नो इश्यूज. वेदर दिस ब्लॅकबोर्ड काइंड ऑफ थिंग विल बी युजफुल टू यू. कारण परत पुढच्या लेक्चरला माझा आवाज येतोय की नाही हे सगळं शोधण्यामध्ये मला काहीच ऐकायला येत नाहीये सर. नैनेश. ओके, व्हेरी गुड. आता माझा आवाज येत नाही तुम्हाला कुणालाच? हॅलो.
येतोय सर ऐकायला.
अच्छा, मग नैनेश तुमचा हेडफोन चेक करा. ओके, व्हॉट आय वॉन्ट टू डू इज आय विल बी टेकिंग लेक्चर. अजून आपल्याकडे लेक्चर संपायला एक 15 मिनिटं आहेत. तर पुढच्या लेक्चरला जे मला डेमो घ्यावं लागेल आवाजाच्या बाबतीत, तो आत्ता आपण घेऊया. फक्त थोडं मला असं कॉपरेट करा. आय विल बी प्रोजेक्टिंग दिस स्क्रीन ब्लॅकबोर्ड. I have brought the camera stand. Okay. Okay. So what I did is, एक तर माझा आवाज आहे असा तुम्हाला ऐकू येतोय का चेक करा. आणि आता तुम्हाला
हा
जरा
सर येतोय सर.
मी फळ्यापासून लांब आहे. मी आता बोलताना तुम्हाला ऐकू येतोय? आय कॅन राईट इन द ब्लॅकबोर्ड विच इज विजिबल.
येतोय सर, पण कमी येत आहे त्याला.
आवाज येतोय तुमच्याकडे? सांगा.
कमी येतोय सर आवाज.
हो सर.
कमी येतो आवाज. ओके ओके. देन आय विल ट्राय टू यूज द ब्लूटूथ. मी पुन्हा ब्लूटूथ वर चेक करतो आवाज. आता बरोबर माझा तुम्हाला आवाज येतोय?
होय सर, येतोय येतोय.
हो सर, येतोय येतोय सर.
So this is something I have to do. हेडफोन माझ्याकडे ब्लूटूथ असाच आहे आणि जर तुम्हाला असा आवाज येत असेल तर आय एम रेडी टू टेक द लेक्चर. ओके, आय विल बी कीपिंग द हेडफोन हिअर. अदरवाईज ह्यात काहीच करता येणार नाही मग आपल्याला. आणि एक्झाम्पल मध्ये आपल्या सब्जेक्ट मध्ये एक्झाम्पल असणारे लेक्चर्स तशी संख्या बरीच आहे. थोडा काळ तरी आपल्याला असं करावं लागेल. ओके, so let us continue with this example part on coming lecture. Thank you for being here today. I will take a break now. Thank you.
थँक्यू सर. थँक्यू सर.
Okay. नैनेश गांधी आहे का?
आहे सर.
अरे तू लेक्चर मध्ये मोबाईल ठेवून कुठे फिरत असतो?
नाही सर, नेटवर्क मध्ये जातो. नेटवर्क जातो सर, हेडफोन लावलेला आहे.
कारण मला तू लेक्चर चालल्यानंतर वर्गातच दिसतो. तुला बाहेर काढायला लागते
नाही
मॅन्युअली.
सर.
बट ठीक आहे, मी दरवेळेला बघतो तू तिथंच असतो. याचा अर्थ तू जागेवर नाही, फोन बंद करत नाही म्हणजे. Boys, exit now so that I can stop the recording.
ओके सर.